boyfriend of 6 years refused to propose. Turns out it wasn't about me at all. It was about his mom. I found out when I overheard her on the phone at Thanksgiving. Thank God Luke hasn't proposed to that gold digger yet. That girl thinks she can steal my baby boy from me, over my dead body. I was holding dessert completely frozen. 6 years of thinking his hesitation was about timing or money. It was never about that. It was about her. Everything suddenly made sense. Every holiday she'd seat me at the kids' table while sitting next to Luke. Every date night she'd call with some emergency. The way she'd inspect our apartment and criticize my cooking, cleaning, even how I folded his laundry. His shirts were never wrinkled when he lived with me. She'd say, refolding everything. But the house hunting, that's when I saw how deep this went. We found our dream home. Beautiful colonial white picket fence. Luke was talking about the nursery. We made an offer. Then his mom happened to drive by. Suddenly it was too far from family. The neighborhood was going downhill. Luke withdrew our offer without discussing it with me. That night I confronted him. Your mom doesn't want you to marry me. She just wants what's best for me, he said. What's best is staying single so you can be her emotional husband. She raised me alone. I owe her everything. You owe her your future. Our future? You wouldn't understand. You come from a broken home. That broke something in me. I started planning my escape, found an apartment, separated finances, documented every instance of her interference, 12 pages long. 2 weeks later, at Sunday dinner, the weekly mandatory appearance where she'd criticize everything about me while Luke said nothing, I executed my plan. Halfway through her lecture about how career women make terrible wives, I stood up. You're right, Patricia. Career women do make terrible wives for mama's boys already married to their mothers. I handed Luke an envelope. Inside was my key, a breakup letter, and copies of every text he'd sent, starting with, my mom says 47 messages. Congratulations. You can finally have the wedding you've always wanted. Just you and your mom. Patricia went red. How dare you? I was protecting my son. No, you were keeping your son. There's a difference. Luke followed me to the door, panicking. We can work this out. I'll set boundaries. Luke, you're 32 and still call mommy for flat tires. You don't need a wife. You need therapy. Through the window, I heard Patricia. Good riddance. Now we can find you a nice church girl who respects her elders. Luke showed up at my apartment 3 days later with his mother holding a casserole. We've discussed it, she announced, barging in. I'll compromise. Small wedding, same neighborhood, so I can help with grandchildren. I laughed. This isn't a negotiation. She's trying, Luke pleaded. The effort I want is you growing a backbone. But at 32, probably too late. As they left, Patricia hissed at Luke in the hallway. I told you she was no good. We need to find you someone better. Someone who appreciates family values. That's exactly the problem. I called after them. The next week, Luke's sister called me crying. You have to come back. Luke's been a wreck. He's sleeping in mom's guest room again, and she's making his lunch every day like he's 12. It's getting weird, even for them. That's not my circus anymore, I told her. 2 weeks later, I heard through mutual friends that Patricia had already set Luke up with 3 different girls from her church. All of them ran screaming after meeting her. Apparently, she insisted on chaperoning their dates and had opinions about everything from their makeup to their career goals. The final straw came when she created a dating profile for Luke on Christian Mingle, using photos she'd taken of him and writing the bio herself. The bio literally said, looking for a God-fearing woman who understands that family comes first, especially mothers. I screenshotted it and sent it to my girlfriends with the caption, dodged a nuclear missile. 3 months after that, I met David at a coffee shop. When I told him about my ex's mom situation, he laughed and said, my mom's going to love this story. She's always worried I'll end up with someone who can't handle having her as a mother-in-law. You sound perfect. His mom and I are planning the wedding together now. She keeps joking that she's gained the daughter she always wanted. Meanwhile, Luke is still single, still living 10 minutes from Patricia, and according to Facebook, she's still posting on his wall every morning with, good morning, my handsome prince. Mommy loves you. He's 33 now.